there's Twitch. There's YouTube. Good morning, everybody. I'm Salgonoid. Today I'm going to be playing X4 Foundations again. We play it the rest of the week at least. I am getting my chats set up. Alright, there's Twitch. Let me test YouTube. Just see if it's up. There it is. And of course it's lagging behind. There we go. There we go. So we go here. I'm going to get Twitch set on the screen so I can read if I want. Alright, let's get to the game. You can see right here version 8.00 beta. There will be subsequent betas, which is why a lot of streamers don't like to stream betas, because the game is going to change significantly between now and the time they release update 8.0. This is absolutely a test. And we'll get that started loading. If you do join the beta test, you can jump onto the EagleSoft forums and you can report your bugs there. It's easy to set up on Steam. They've got instructions right there. And, I'll even tell you the password. The password is, I backed up my saves. All one word, with some caps thrown in. And I did, in fact, back up my save files. Save files on X4 are XML files, packed XML, so you can move them around anywhere you want in Windows. This is the new embassy room. Built that yesterday. I've got some diplomats set up here. See, his title is Diplomat. He's from Holy Order of the Pontifex. You have to be plus 10 standing with the faction to get a diplomat. You have to have headquarters. So there's the first three things you need. Number one, you have to have headquarters. And if you look here on your research tab, it's right there on your research tab. Diplomacy Network is a research project. So you have to have headquarters, and then you have to do the diplomacy research. Bozeltag gives you the quest. After you get number 3, which is plus 10 standing with a faction, any faction. If you look around the room here, it's got chairs for every single faction here. Every one of them. Every one of them. So I got one guy on a virtual computer here, or literally a virtual computer. I don't know, maybe this guy's ordering lunch, this girl. Maybe she's plugged into the network and watching TV. Who knows? The new diplomacy, I'll show you, it's here. is right there. It says diplomacy. You can get there with the N key. And what this does is provide you a whole lot more information on a faction. So here's the Alliance of the Word. I am still neutral with them. All right. What it also shows that it did not previously show, what's known now, is its relationships with other factions. An Alliance of the Word does not have any enemies here. Well, enemies is minus 25 standing. But open hostilities, the Ka'ak, the Xenon, and the Yaqui. So, no, enemies is minus 15 to minus 25. And then neutrals is plus 9 to minus 9. Friends are plus 10, so the Alliance of the Word, that seems to be the neutral faction in the game. And Antigone Republic, you can absolutely sort this by relationship, your relation to them. So I have my best standing with Sagaris Pioneers. They're allied only with Alliance of the Word and Terran. Okay, I'm sitting at plus 19 with Terran, which I really need to get to plus 20 so I can build their carriers. I'm not going to be building their battleship in this playthrough because I'm just not going to do that quest line. Okay, Terran, known sectors that I've seen. These are sectors that they own that I've seen. It's got a defense platform. I've got one there. Is that right? Look at this. Look at this, showing you all the factories they have there that you can see. You can break these right down. Mars. It's got 2 factories. Saturn II, does it have a factory? No. Yeah. Oh, come on, dude. Saturn II. Yeah. No factories. Well, if you didn't open so many of them up, you could figure out where you're at. So there's diplomacy. And now the first plug for the game. If anybody watches my video early on, is the game worth buying? Well, when you consider other alternative, real-world alternatives, if I do blue-collar, American blue-collar, which is working class entertainment, which is me and the wife going out for dinner and a movie, I'm going to spend, upwards of $200 American dollars for 3, 4, maybe 5 hours of entertainment, depending on the movie. All right, and then Steam is offering the deluxe version of this game for what? Let me check here. So if I look at the store page for X4 Foundations, their most expensive package is $54. And I've got over 2,000 hours that Steam has managed to count. Plus, there's probably another good 1,000 to 1,500 hours that Steam did not count. There was a while there they were not counting your hours if you had any mods at all installed. Not their choice, but that's the way it was. So they didn't count all of my hours. And I've got well over 2,000. So 2,000 hours for $50 versus 4 hours for $200. Yes, the game is worth buying. All right, let's look at what I'm doing in this build. We are in the early stages of spanking the Xenon. I've got 2 destroyer fleets, one with 6, one with 8. This guy here, I am going to send him after that. And so the question was 7.6. They updated the fleet AI for 7.6 to better control capital ship engagements. So far, in attacking a station, it hasn't worked. And look, so let me jump down to this boss. Roxanne is the boss lady down here, and see if she can do a better job. I've researched teleport across the galaxy.
Entering system. Frontier Edge.
As you can see, what concerns me is that ship right there, that's one of my behemoths, is drawing fire from the platform, and he can't take it. So that's the ship right there. His shields are not holding. And the reason is he got too close. And there's another one. Let me check this pilot. And there's why right there.
Can I help?
This is telling me my other fleet just lost a behemoth vanguard, which is over here. And there's why again. They're getting inside. So I'm going to reload here because these 2 fleets did not have orders to attack. One fleet had orders to attack. Good morning, Siloam. How are you doing today? Alright, let's go over here. Not those. Alright, well, I can do that later. So while I was talking, my 2 destroyer fleets were getting stupid. So one of the things that happened, I think what happened is the save file marked my fleets as en route to a destination. And then rather than put them somewhere along the route, they just put them at the destination. not a good thing for save files to do. And we don't want them right at the station. We want them to approach and get tactical. So I am going to do these two battles one at a time. I'm going to pause that. We'll go here. See, he has... This is not the build I was looking for. Oh dear. Oh, because I created a new save, that's why. For update 8. Sorry. Created a new save. Because I am on update 8, or the beta at least. Dear, dear, dear. Yeah, this is the problem with the save files. Number one, they're XML. Yes, they're packed, but that just makes them smaller. You still have to grep through everything, speaking in old Unix terms. Alright, so let's pause you. MU. Do this. Yeah, so they both have attack orders. So what happened is this fleet here, I told to attack this station, and okay, so that time they did stand him off. So I am going to look there. I am going to take down that station eventually, because I want to control that gate. Before I do, let's do this. Do this. Let's just move him into the sector first. And in the second fleet is way over here on the other side of the map. Let's take down his attack order. And I just want him to go here. Alright. We'll get those en route. That'll give me a little time to wake up. So Esmeralda and Sarah Ann are blockading a Xenon gate. What have I got under construction? Okay, so not a lot of money expected soon. So last playthrough I created these 4 bolos to work on my Terran faction standing. So what I need to do is look at each of these pilots and see if I can give them a 1-star pilot manual.
Goodbye.
I don't know that it'll do much good.
Can I help? Over and out.
Oh, and let me check the fleet commander while I'm at it. So she's got 3 stars. She should be able to coordinate this battle. So I'm going to do a coordinated attack on this.
Can I help? Over and out.
So it only takes 1 destroyer to take down that station. I use 6 to do it more quickly. And the thing is, eventually somebody's going to come through that gate to help that station.
Can I help? Over and out.
So now you got to make sure you've got the fleet commander. So they've got a wharf right there, and probably a shipyard and down there as well. So they can absolutely send assistance to that station. Alright, so there's the coordinated attack sequence. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I hope she's not going to go right there. Now going high and low like that, they should be able to hit every module without circumventing the globe.
Entering system. Frontier Edge.
Okay, so yeah, she's stopping here. And hopefully nobody's going to fly right down there to that. And the reason it only takes 1 is because they can stand off like this and fire. They have range on the station. So, are they going to just take down the station? Okay, those lead ships have started shooting. I don't see a response from the station yet. There's another one. And the purpose of this, when I destroy that station, the sector should change from red to blue. Antigone has two defense stations here, so they should get diplomatic control of the sector. Good morning, Coco. How are you doing today? So, that's down to 96% already. We'll go over here and take a look. Okay, there's my fleet off in the distance. Those are repair drones. These things here are repair drones, trying to keep up. And if my ships get close enough, they'll send defense drones over there. This station's got like 200 defense drones. There's one deploying, there's 2, 3, so those are defense drones deploying towards my ships. Yeah, it's going to get loud. They've never done a xenon start for this. You can't play through as a xenon, so that you can see how their production process goes. The production process is nowhere near as extensive as the other NPCs. They've got the simplest, no, maybe not. Them and the cock have really simple. All they need is ore, silicon, and energy cells. So, I have a problem here. I have a problem. I'm going to do this. And there's my problem right there. What is this clown doing? What is he doing? Dying. That's what he's doing. And he did that. Hopefully he can boost through that. What you're seeing is he's not in travel mode. What he's doing is hit his tab key. If you're on keyboard, he hit his tab key and he's boosting across there. So you have to think that this station has this sphere of influence, this defensive zone around it where it can fire turrets. So this ship, rather than fly around the outside of the globe to get to the other side, decided to fly straight across and somehow managed to survive.
Non-defense platform.
Yeah, so they're no longer shooting at that Lone Ranger destroyer there. He did that so that he can shoot here. See, he's shooting at this leaf. Once these structures are destroyed, you still have debris in space. You can't shoot through the debris to hit this leaf over here. What I have to do is pay attention now. 'Cause as I expected, the station will get help. So field of fire, they're setting up interlocking fields of fire so they can hit everything. So I'd really like to get a satellite there. It's a suicide run. Let's make a suicide runner. Okay, so she split her fleet. 3 and 3. Let's see what this looks like.
Xenon defense platform.
Okay. So one leaf gone. You. Thank you for volunteering to die. So if it survives, I'll be able to see what's going on down there. I need to put a manager up there. I'm going to steal a marine here.
Can I help? Goodbye.
Do. Alright, and then I need, if that one survives, I'm going to have it, this one, if that one survives, I'm going to have it explore ore belt. The surprise here is that Xenon K has not shown up. Oh, and then I've got to drop a satellite there if it survives. But it's a suicide run. I doubt she'll survive. If she does, she'll come up and say she's waiting for orders. Or he, I don't know who's in it. So I'm going to apologize to everybody that thought they were going to be watching a first-person shooter. You can absolutely play this game as a first-person shooter. A lot more action that way. I tend to play as a fleet and empire manager. She survived. So now we can see down here. I figured one of these Ks would come up to rescue that station. That's the normal procedure for Xenon behavior. Good for her. Good for her. So we'll tell her, don't go there. Go over here. No, that's too far away. I'm going to tell her to go not there. Well, she can't upgrade there. It's I want to tear on modules out of her.
Awaiting orders.
Now let's give her some maneuverability. I don't want her to have any guns. Let's just do this for now. There. So when I get back up to a point where I can afford it, I'll put another carrier fleet here to guard this gate. Oh, you know what this fleet needs? Silly me, I'm gonna have to spend the money. It's gotta have it, gotta have it. And that is this. Gotta have it. I know it's 30 million, but I've gotta have it.
Xenon defense platform.
So they're all repositioning to so they can shoot that thing down. Alright, so I had a quest started. This one, I've got those ships built, so that can make me some money, not a lot. I did not get to build the frigates that I wanted. I got this Cerberus, and then these 4 fighters. I'll get some money from it. Maybe not the 30 million I just spent. Alright, that will complete that quest. That's down to 2%. Let's get her done. And then hopefully a K pops through that gate. That is, there it goes. So let's move you up here. And you can see the sector went from red to blue. Antigone now holds this sector diplomatically. So this is my new scout. Since she survived her suicide run, she gets a permanent job. Rename. And then, what did I want to do? I don't need it right down there. I need it right there. I can see how things are moving here. Okay, so she gets a new job.
Awaiting orders.
Awaiting orders.
Sir?
Thur.
Awaiting orders.
We need to perform a transfer. Great work.
So 20 million for that. And I'm going to have to build a station 6 by 4 by 6. Let's see what kind of station she wants. No, not that, silly. This. Open it up. Three, one dock, one pier, one, okay. No missile turrets. Payout's going to be, the cap is 17 million. And it depends on where, yeah, way up there in Silent Witness. So let's design that station. Go in Bob the Builder mode. And what was it? 646? Yep, 646. Create new plot. Das ist gut. And a sensor array. Oh, I know what I need to do. Confirm that. Wow. Oh wait, what did I do? Yeah, okay, closed loop is fine. Because my Terran station up in Saturn 1, I used the Terran loop. So get a builder. Let's wait for that to happen. Alright, so this station, that's that one. This is my newest station. We'll look at that. Land build. Still in the middle of building a buttload of solar panels, and that's all I put on there so far. I am going to put some refineries on here. All 5 of them. See, this station is, the global setting is Terran for preferred build method. So if we look here, it is using computronic substrate, metallic microlattice, and silicon carbide instead of Hall parts and Claytronics, and a little more expensive. So I'm going to do that. Do I need to do that? No. You know, I'm in so much of a habit of just putting yeah, let's do that. And then let's get vertical. Put you there. Give it some turrets. That's good. Confirm that. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so I want to go further out that way anyway. Give him some money. So I want to expand that way. Well, all 3 ways. My builder's in the way. There we go. There. Confirm all that. Accept that estimate. Go back to the map. Why am I spending so much money on refineries? Well, that's how this station started. If we look at the logical overview, this thing is sitting on 4 million credits. And if we look at her deposits, what is she buying? She's buying food and medical supplies. I upgraded her. Well, her last deposit, if we can go further back to this right here. So that was her last deposit. It was 12 million an hour. So that's why we're upgrading these stations, because they can pump out. If you got 5 of these pumping out 12 million an hour, 10 of them pumping out 12 million an hour. Then you're making a lot of money. And is she still building? No. So I gave her ice, water. I upgraded her workforce. Did I? It's way over here because now it's getting food and medical supplies. So this one needs another habitat. So let's do that. Well, don't hit the MChem, such a habit. Where are her? Those are up there. I'll do that, and I'm also going to go here. Can we put you up there? No, but we can do this. I'll get out of the way. We can put a cross on top. All right, so the big fleet I am in, I'm sitting on Roxanne. Has been engaged by a K.
Something's hit us.
Yeah, I'm standing right beside you.
Confirmed.
And for my 6 destroyers, I mean, we can go out there. It's going to be noisy. Let's get noisy. Boom. That was done. So that gives her experience. Skills. They don't advance fast. But they do. So how's this one doing? This factory, everything is built. Sitting on 5 million credits. That's her last transfer. There's her previous transfer. All right. Oh, what I wanted to do is see if does it have habitats. It does not. So the way to upgrade the productivity here is to give her some people. But let's wait till we have more money. This one is just making rations, food rations, and medical supplies. So I'm not making a hefty profit, but it is making a profit. She is making regular deposits here. An asteroid belt. These are the Terran habitat rings. Nothing being built. She is making a profit right there. She has 13 million. She only needs 10 million, so that's a profit. And again, so EgoSoft, the show less button is missing. There's one over here. I'm going to do that. So that's the last 3 hours. Cardinals redress. Still just a basic refinery. It's making hull parts. Is it making money? Yeah, there's a profit there. And it's making these drops are where she's making deposits into my primary account. That's a good thing. And if we look at it, it is, we can look at the drop right there, click on it, 2 million an hour. 18 billion, another super factory. I think about what I want to do in the next hour after I've got some money is buy the Talati habitat and put Talati habitats on here. This one I use to address the smart chip shortage in the galaxy, so she's got 5 of those. These storage containers are full, so I'm not worried about these red lines. She's not getting enough silicon or ore. So let me check her. You know, she's got these 4 miners. Leave her be. That's a defense platform. It's nice and healthy. That's a defense platform, nice and healthy. Heretic's End is a super factory, super station. Nothing's being built at the moment. She's got 6 large habitats. She's making a profit. She's sitting on 6.5 million there. This was the last deposit 100 minutes ago. 101. And it was 23 million. So lots of end items. Does she have enough workers? Optimal workforce is 5930. So if I expand this again, I have to put some worker bees in there. This is a new one. Now the refinery station, just to make nice with the Paranid. Not making a profit yet, but she will. I want to tell this one not to buy from anyone but me. Once I get through these stations, I'll go and do some more active questing. That's the sell order. We don't want to mess with the sell order. We want to mess with the buy order. Okay. And the purpose of that station is to make nice with the Godrun of the Paranid. I'm going to teleport over there. Now that Roxanne has proven she can handle a Xenon K, she could probably handle an I as well. I'm going to give her the repair ship and get 2 more behemoths down there when I can afford it.
Entering system. Ice mists.
Let's get out of the elevator. Alright, so what's missing from this station that I do have to add I'm going to go way up here. I'm going to go up to there with Paranid modules. No. Space. Dose. Space. Ships coming and going. Except that's Matt. Got a builder. And so that's why I have to build this thing. If you want to see what's going on in Paradise Space, you need satellites. They don't let you leave the satellites. See if that one will work. Alright. Okay, so I'm going to set up 2 more free traders to sell ore here. Can you build ships? And the purpose of these is to build standing with the God Room of the Paradise faction. Alright, let me get someplace more quiet. That's what we're listening to. This one coming in to dock. No, he's taking off, is he? Whoa. Alright, let's go to headquarters. No. We did him. Silent Witness. Let's bebop over there.
Entering system. Silent Witness.
It was your teleport in motion there, Ego Soft. Alright. Now I want to look at his plan. It's got some defense because this station has been attacked by not 1, not 2, but 3 different battleships. That's right, 3 Xenon battleships. And it did not survive alone. I had to send fleets in to help it.
Hello there. Can I help? Here you go.
Look at that.
Good luck out there.
I gotta remember to do this whenever I'm on a station. Alright, let's teleport out here.
Entering system. Heretics End.
And then the thing is, when I get promoted by a faction, I can go downstairs to the embassy and talk to the diplomats there instead of flying all the way out to their sector. Alright, let me check over here really quick. Alright. Hello, everybody. And I need to, while I'm thinking about it, I need to pop out this chat that I forgot to pop out when I started the YouTube chat. Go over there. So the defense station is building. How far she's got? Does she have everything? That is a quest, and something has gone wrong here. So what we need to do is, because I hit high preset and then did not double check myself. So if we look here, high preset now means Terran shields, which we don't want. I don't have the large shield yet, so confirm that. So I got to do that for all three. High preset means take the most expensive items, which are not necessarily the best items. Confirm that. And then number 3 as well. All right, confirm those module changes. Okay, and so the Terran components went away. I already spent the money on them. That's why it was so expensive. But I can see here I am going to need 38, 39, yeah, 38 Claytronics. She will not buy those on her own. So let's get 38 Claytronics. Do away with you boys for a while. I really wish we went back to the days where you could save templates here. Like I'd set up a mining template to these filters here used to have templates down at the bottom you could set. You could save several of them. I really wish I could do that again. And we wanted Claytronics. 38 of them. Let's grab a trader. Small will do. I really miss those templates. template saves. You could save your filters there. And then transfer with build storage. See, I already got them. Do it anyway. No, don't do that. Let's go here. Let's go here. Let's just cancel it completely. Let me check again. So yeah, she got her Playtronics. Didn't have enough money. And there come the hull parts. Alright. All we gotta do is wait for that to build. So my diplomacy, I'm waiting for this number right here to flip, this 19. Alright, I built 2 free traders. These Plutus. So now I have to go back and set my filters again. I only need ore and silicon this time. Okay, and I want to do wrong sector, that's why, Jim. You want to be down in Smiths. We need music up in this observatory, EagleSoft. We need the music piped in. And I am going to... I don't want him to free mine. I named him free miner, but I don't want him to do that. I'm going to have him repeat orders. You can do mining on repeat orders now. And then you have to do it from the flyout menu here. And then drop his price right down. Confirm. And the purpose of these two is standing with God Realm of the Pyramid. And another Plutus right there. Well, I am just tripping all over myself. There is a mod out there you can get to automatically name these things. It's an older mod from like 8 years ago. So I don't know if it would still work with this version of the game.
Awaiting orders.
Clean this up. Okay, so this guy should be 019. Who the hell is this? It's a Bolo. Oh, it should be Free Miner 17. Let's get in formation here. All right, let's give this one some orders. This one also is going to repeat orders, but this one's going to do silicon. Confirm. I'm going to put them right here by that. So I don't care about the price. I just want them to mine and sell ore to build a standing, which is what I normally do early in the game. It's hard to do that with the Pyramid now because the Pyramid are, of course, paranoid. So if you drop advanced satellites here so that you can see all their stations, they go around behind you after you leave the sector and pick them up. They might leave one by A gate, but the Pyramid don't like advanced satellites in their space. Interesting little factoid. And in this particular seed, every time you do a new playthrough, you don't get to say exactly the same galaxy. The economy is different in every seed. You get a new seed. The stations are all moved around. The NPC stations all drop in different places. And even the type of station and who's buying ore and who's not. So in some seeds, you can just put miners out there and tell them to auto mine, and you're going to get up to 20 standing with a faction in no time. Could not do that The Reach is a good example. Where are you? Right there, the Reach. Lots of ore. I usually put an ore refinery out here. Which you can see I'm filtered on ore, and nobody in the Reach is refining ore. There are no refineries out here. So it does me no good to put auto miners out here with 1 or 2 stars. But in like 7 out of 10 seeds, you can do that. A matter of luck. Alright, so enough of my talking, or just talking. Let's do some quests here. That's the SETA drive. I built one. Diplomacy. Let's. I want to work on this welfare module. I started it. I did not finish it. So there's already a research project going. Who's researching basic chassis module? So let's do that one instead. That will be in my mission briefings. Ship modification research. Talk to Rylan Kara. So we set that to active. And then I am going to jump to, come on, hit the right keys. I've got a Pegasus here. I'm going to rename it so I know what it is. Oh, come on, type right, type right. Do it right, silly boy. There we go. It's on the same station, so I can shift D.
Pegasus. Sentinel.
Sir.
Now, let's go to... Thank you, autosave. I forgot all about doing that. I really need to save more often. Somebody needs to remind me to just quick save.
Requesting permission to dock.
Docking permission granted.
This is my headquarters. So this is a fast ship, but it is not fast enough to complete the casino mission. It was fast enough to do the engine upgrade mission. So what I'm going to do, instead of going to the mission, I am going to go to an upgrade station. So it looks like I need to build a quick reaction force out there. What is she running from?
Autopilot.
Let's go help that ship out and then dock at the upgrade station. Hop out of the ship, and we have to go to a workbench to do modifications, and I will modify the engines on this now. Need to get my volume turned down. That's right in my ears. I want to hear the music, not the game.
Entering system. Morningstar.
Yeah, let me see what I have for her. Do I have any weapons in this? Yes, just a silly little pulse laser, Mark II. Because this is just a parroted scout. So I don't know if I can help that ship or not.
Entering system. Atikva's choice.
If we don't get it out of flee mode, then it's going to keep going in one random direction. Then I have to jump out of autopilot when I get through here.
Entering Atikva's choice. Free. Autopilot. Disengage.
The AI does know how to fly around asteroid belts. It won't, because there are points in the game where you don't want to be outside the asteroid belt. You want to be inside the asteroid belt. That's a spoiler.
An arena.
See how this guy
Sentinel.
is, 400 kilometers out of where he needs to be. And why is he flying? He picked a random direction and he's just flying that way. This Queen's Guard will catch up to him. He's picked another random direction away from help. He's flying away from help. And so what they did early on is, instead of having ships flee towards help, there was like a 90% probability that they would flee away from help.
We found something out here.
So by default, Sarah Ann will confiscate that ship.
Queen's Guard.
Did I say there was a 90% probability it would flee away from help? I was wrong. It's more like a 95, 99% chance. They flee away from help. And I gave this fast engines so it can get away from this Queen's Guard and it can recharge its shields. And then it can fly away and recharge its shields. And it's going further and further. So it's basically like a mini memory leak. You've got all of these objects that are created. As you can see, even I am having trouble keeping up with these guys. So all of these situations that are created all over the galaxy, you got 120 sectors where it can happen. You've got several ships in each sector that are doing this. And these things are all taking up memory. And so that's why it's bad for these guys to flee away from help. Because players are going to be savvy enough to give them fast engines. They're going to escape and keep flying further and further out into the sector. And it's not just my ship. Every faction in the game can do that and have ships like this. So you could potentially have, worst case scenario, you've got thousands of these objects in this live, it's in a live galaxy. And they're just soaking up memory. Got him.
Discoverer, Vanguard. An arena, mineral, sentinel.
Thanks for your help.
We can't see asteroids, we can't see stations. We're that far away from the sector because that guy just picked a random direction and kept flying away, and he's probably been doing it for an hour. I think we're actually below the plane, the galactic plane, and he's going up off that way. So he's going up to where there's asteroids. Alright, so I wanted to dock here. So that was a medium ship doing that. 2 medium ships, large and extra large ships can do it too. Just waste my resources. And so let me get out of New Yorker mode and stop complaining so much. Let's go. I'm gonna upgrade this ship, the engines.
Out of docking range.
Let's see, where is it? It's right there.
Docking granted. Successfully docked.
Alright, so before I get up,
It's an honor to have you aboard.
let me well, that's dangerous. What were his previous duties? Dock and wait. We don't want him. That was dock and wait at headquarters. We don't want him to do that. I would like him to stay here. That's where we want to go, is the workshop. We don't want the crafting bench. I don't think.
Hello there. Hello there.
Okay, so all I can do here is buy upgrades. Not what I want at all. Cancel that. Go back to
Pegasus.
ships.
Sentinel.
Sir,
Let's go down there and have a look-see. Alright, at least we're not looking at the map. For the whole session. We'll stop here and have a look-see.
Tikva's choice.
Because of those.
K.
This is my station.
Defense platform.
And that's why those K-Rex are there. Thank you, autosave. I'm doing that. Let me take a quick look. Oh yeah.
Entering system. Silent witness.
Alright, where did I go? Where did I go? Where did I go? Why did you do that?
Entering system. Profit Center Alpha.
Doo-doo-doo.
Entering system. Bright Promise. Entering system. Trinity Sanctum. Hermes. Vanguard. Paranid Wharf. Docking granted. Successfully
There we go.
docked.
I know we already checked him once. Want to check him again and make sure he doesn't have any orders. No orders?
Greetings.
So let's go to the shipbuilder. Okay. Workbench, crafting bench. Workbench is what we want. There we go. So what I need is the yaw and the pitch above 60 degrees per second. They're at 56. Travel stack, travel time, boost. So Sidewinder strafe. Those are the parts I need. Let's look at spinner first. I've got plenty of money and plenty of resources, so that took me up to 58. So we can keep going up. Yeah, so let's do this again. There's 59.8. So if I do it one more time. I capped at that. Let's try this one. We'll dismantle that. This one's going to give me 35 to 45%. And what about the crab? Yeah, so we want this one. No, we don't want that at all. Because that went down to 41.7. It increased the strafe speed. We don't want strafe. Rotation thrust is what I want. Here's another one. There we go, 77.2. And we also need, our speed's got to be above 380, it's 556. Then travel speed has to be at least 4,200, and it's a 61. Sweet. What can I do for the pew pew here? They just took down a... No engine mods. No shield mods researched yet. So close that. You have to do the research projects from Bozo Ta to get that stuff. So let's go to my mission.
Pegasus, Sentinel.
And we will get back to yeah, it's for worker welfare is what we were looking at. No, this one is active. This is an extensive quest, but let's go get it started.
Requesting immediate backup.
Well, before I forget again, let's before these guys die. Let's get that done. And did my station get built? T is waiting for 2 Claytronics. Why? She's got no money. Will she buy the Claytronics? She's waiting for 2 Claytronics. So you so he can go fly us over there while I check on my fleets. Let me look at 18 million here, because these guys are scared of something. $18 billion, not million. And here we have it again. So I am going to jump over here. He's actually going in the right direction, but he will stop. He can outrun them, but not forever. I have a fleet there that can deal with those guys. I'm going to have the fleet deal with those, with that ship.
System. Right promise.
He will escape. So I think what I'm going to do.
Center Alpha.
No, I'm not big enough to deal with that hive yet. Who else was fleeing? And another Manarina. I've lost a Magnetar in this sector. So that one. Where's the other one?
Entering system. Silent witness.
Engaging.
Entering system. Atikva's choice.
Let me do this because I'm probably about to die. This is doable. But this silly guy has... It's the same ship I rescued with the mission runner. And he's using exactly the same tactic. Instead of... See how simple that is? Fleet towards help. And they don't do it because then you wouldn't get ships blown up and have to replace them. Attrition.
docking range. Superhighway, Atikva's choice. 1.
No, let's not do that. They'll catch up. They'll follow me. So let's go over here where there's help. The station has picked up a couple of them.
Argon equipment dock.
Now, see, all the NPCs have to do is hit you once and they can drop you out of travel drive. It is not the same the other way around. You can't just, you've got to do significant damage to the NPCs to get travel drive. So they can just shoot at you, you're dropping out of travel drive. And prior to update 7, when you did not have a separate reservoir for boost speed, you couldn't do this. So with that many Ka'ak in that wave, then there's almost certainly a hive out in that direction.
Docking permission granted.
Laser beams.
Docking complete.
It's an honor to have you aboard.
Let me get up.
Requesting permission to dock. Docking permission granted.
What were we doing? Oh, look, I picked up a gunship. Let's take him
Entering system.
and assign him
Morning
to
Star.
Esmeralda's fleet. right there.
Pegasus, Sentinel.
So I have to talk to Rylan Kara.
You here for the nanites? Here you go. I owe that boron a favor, so don't worry about the cost. You do know it's illegal without the proper license, right? Don't get caught with it.
Pegasus, Sentinel.
Esmeralda needs more bombers, but I don't have the money for it.
The ship will be undocking soon.
Alright. Did she get her? Yep. Alright, so we're going into this screen. And we're going into this screen. Because once that mission completes, I have to be in first person mode. So I'll take a minute here and talk to Candy. Oh, she sounds so unhappy. It's
Entering system. Heretics End.
Great work.
That's what I was waiting for.
Pegasus, Sentinel.
This guy likes to fly upside down. So Candy back there does plug in, but I haven't gotten her to work with OBS yet.
Hello there. Now then, we should be able to begin our research. I look forward to seeing how this turns out.
I don't want to go out there because it's normal. It's noisy. There's the embassy. For those of you wondering what Update 8.0 looks like, this is it. There is the embassy. You have to do research with Bozo Todd to get the blueprints to build it. And then once you build it, you go talk to every one of your faction representatives and have them invite a diplomat. You can see over top of her head it says diplomat. But then down here in the info panel on the bottom right, it does not say diplomat down. Well, it's got under her name there. It is okay. And all of her stars. That's the Tikva's Free League. I don't know. Diplomat's okay. I'd like to see attaché or ambassador or something there. Maybe someday. And then down on the bottom you can see their faction. And you can talk to them. So there's Argon. Empty chairs for the factions that don't like you. And so you can buy blueprints, you can buy licenses, and if you're up for promotion, you get that here as well. So you don't have to bebop all over the galaxy to talk to these guys. And then there's also this screen. I'll show that again as well. So it used to be that's what you got. It's a different font than what they used. That was the original relationship screen. Now you get this. That's the default view. And you can sort that by how much they like you or their name. So Sagaris likes me bestest. I'm waiting for this one to drop. Hop up to 20. But now you also get this screen. This used to be just a flyout info box. A mouse over info box is what that used to be. Just to show that, and it was really shrunk down and hard to read. I can really read that now. I like that. That one tells you what really you used to actually see the implications. That's what was on the mouse over flyout was this. Is what you would see, and now that is much more legible. You can read that. You can see what sectors they own. You can see their relationship with other factions. So they are allies only with Alliance of the Word and Sagaris Pioneers. Enemies, look at this. The Argonians don't like them. Antigone does not like them. Those are the other two human factions. Of four, two of four. Hostile with fallen families. And they like to try and give you quests to build stations out there. Of course, the fallen families, as soon as you start building a station, they destroy it. They know who you're building it for. And then these buttons over here, so clicking this Free Families button here, if I highlight this, Free Families, clicking that is equivalent to going over here and clicking Free Families, so it does the same thing. And it just takes you to that faction to see what all their information is. So a lot more information about faction relationships. The thing is, as far as diplomacy is concerned, when I look at this guy's relations, the only thing I can do with Sagaris Pioneer is become either an enemy or a friend of Sagaris. That's it. I have no impact on what Sagaris does with all of these other factions. I have zero impact on that. Zero. Right? Zero. I'm looking for my impact here. We have no impact on what's going on with the relationships between the other factions. So the good that's the bad side. You have no impact on the relationship. The good side is you can play the go-between as far as trading. So I can, if I look at Hop, they're enemies with Argon Federation. They start out as red with, they start out as fighting Argon and Antigone. So what I could do is I can buy hull parts from Hop and sell them to Argon. That's the plus side. But other than that, I have no impact on the relationships between the other factions. Zero, zip, nada. And this is interesting here, because the only hostiles or enemies with Alliance of the Word are these three who are hostile with pretty much everybody. The Yaqui have no allies, no friends. The Yaqui only have enemies and hostiles. And yeah, I'm well aware the Yaqui that name did not come from Star Trek Deep Space Nine. No, not at all. But this is interesting. I like this. Look at all these allies. All right. So that concluded my quest for Argon. Let's go get another one. I want to hang on to this Terran quest because I want to build that fleet for them. I can't build the Tokyo for them that they want because I got to be plus 20 to build a Tokyo for them. So let's jump to my Argon. I've got Argon stations. Let's go visit. This high-tech factory. Teleport to.
Entering system. Argon Prime.
Jump to someplace quiet with a view. While I was talking, I was waiting for Bozo Todd to finish that research. Okay. So we'll go here. Look for missions. Large scale defense construction. Here's a magnetar. If I complete this quest. So I'll build a defense station. Let's do that. Okay, so I'm going to go here. Hit M5 or F5. And Mother Nature is calling me very loudly, so I'm going to take a very quick bio break. I'll be right back.
I have come to the end of my research.
All right, Dubiwa. We're going to build a station. Put your glasses on so you can read, buddy. 6 by 6 by 8. It's going to be Latifah's Choice 3. I really need to put a fleet up here. A quick reaction fleet. Let's build this station first, and I'm going to get a QRF up here to deal with these Kaak. 668. New plot. I like doing these missions. They give you the chance to go into Bob the Builder mode. (668) Create new plot. Ready. I can't continue because I need to know what to build. Six modules. Six modules. 2 docks. 2 piers. And a wide area sensor array. 20 turrets. 36 of which have to be missile turrets. So at least 6 missile turrets per platform. But that's only 56 turrets altogether and only 10 shield generators. And the cap on this is 36 million. So I'll probably spend again 6-7 million building this. So let's get creative here. I'm not going to use discs for this one. I am going to put it's got to have 2 different piers. Let's put a pier up that way, a 1 dock pier. It would be a mistake to use a 3 dock pier. It's just so expensive. Okay, it's somewhere in the middle. Got lots of space, so it doesn't matter. Get it all the way up. Oh, I know what to do. Okay. So let's put a dock there. And then I'm going to put 1 bridge. And give us some turrets. Okay, so these are going to be large plasma. It's no big deal because all this thing is going to fight is Kaak in this sector. So 6 missile turrets, and make sure these are argon shields. So let's just make all of these missile turrets. Because there's 8 other turrets, so 6 times 8, that'd be more than enough. The dumbfire turrets are cheaper anyway. Okay. Confirm that. I'm going to hit confirm here. And so somewhere, see, it's got Computronic substrate. I don't want that. So that is going to be somebody picked up argon shields. Oh, because I'm hitting argon dumbfire. That's why. Or I was hitting Charon dumbfire. Intricate details. This game definitely gets into the deep nitty gritty. I'll confirm that. Okay, that's what I want. Little closed loop build. Copy that module. I'm going to copy that module and then see. I'm going to try to put a cross in here and then see if this will fit on the cross sideways. Yeah, just like that. So now, let's see if we can get fancy. Let go of that. Let go of that hitbox. We can't because it wants the sequence, so we can do. No.
Engaging.
Oh, what was that about? Okay, so it copied something I didn't want. So I want, yeah, it's copying something I don't want. I want just that. See how now if I go out there and shift, I don't want another one of those. All right, so let's do this one at a time then. Copy the module. And the snapping is not working. It's being silly. Yeah, I want you right there. See what it did? I mean, I don't understand why it popped out there. If this one fits here and doesn't interfere with that hitbox, why doesn't this one? I don't want it snapping out there. I want it right there. See there? Glitchy, glitchy, glitchy. I want it right there. And it's just the AI saying, well, that's where the AI wants it. It's where the game wants it. So I want it right there. And then it went away because it didn't like where I put it. And it did it again. All right. So can I put a disc there? That's why. Let's try this again. There we go. Because yeah. All right, now let me go in here and hit confirm module changes. I'm going to check the turrets. So these should be plasma and these should be argon dumbfires. Doesn't seem like it, but dumbfire missiles are quite devastating en masse. And then we can put the other dock, the second dock. And then you. They're trying to make the AI intuitive, and it's not. All right. Confirm that. 6.1 million to build. I should still hit the cap of 36 million. Who can say? They do a generous assessment of your station build. At least the Argon and Terran do a generous assessment. When you build stations for the Delati, they do a very stingy assessment. Did Bozo Ta complete that research? In fact, he did. So now I can go do another research project, start one. This one.
The concerned supervisor has brought an issue to our attention regarding the morale and motivation of several of your skilled workers. Perhaps a meeting is in order.
We have to set that quest to active. It's worker welfare. I've never built this casino, so I'm going to go ahead and do this quest to build that casino. And let's go to my mission ship.
Entering system. Heretics End.
Make sure I've got the right mission here. Oh. So it did catch me up on what I've done for the quest.
Pegasus.
So I'm going to
Sentinel.
lose this ship. I think. I can build it again. Thur. Does my personal office have a window? Ambulation. remember when ambulation was the buzzword for EVE Online.
I'll wait for you to tell me to take off.
Take a quick peep over here. And here as well. All right. So X4 does not run well in Windows mode. It does not play well with other applications. It wants to be in full screen, and if you leave that full screen, it locks up. In the old days, it would crash if you did that. They've gotten better at it. All right, so how is this new factory going? Oh, look at that. It is building factories. Yeah, that's what it's building. How is it doing money-wise? I am not going to give it any money because here, if she drops the price on her energy cells, and she will, I'm not going to mess with it. She will get down to, I'm not going to give her any money. Let's leave it at that. What about the free miners that I put in Saturn? They are working, but it is being very difficult to build standing to with Terran. They just don't want to go plus 20 for some reason. So what I'm going to have to do is get stingy with him. Come on. See, it's staying on the X-plane. I've got to change his Y-axis down there.
Great work in getting that ship. Come in and speak with me, and we'll get started.
Awaiting orders.
Okay, so I just lost a Hyperion. Let me go see why. That's a K. And that K is dying. That's why I lost the Hyperion. So it did its job. Not well, but I'm not losing bombers. The K is dead. Oh boy. So I'm going to replace that. I have to do it here. I think instead of doing that, I'm going to cancel that order because I'm going to buy these vanguards first. Behemoth vanguards. I preset. Make those plasmas. Okay, leave the rest for flak. Add that to shopping list and build 2 of them. And then that will go into Destroyer Fleet 2, Roxanne's fleet. Oh yeah, that's a new factory too. Let's look at that. That's built up. I can see there now. So is my faction with the God Realm increasing? Yeah, they're up to +7. That's why you put miners in their sector. But this one is not increasing for some silly reason. I don't know what it is. And neither is Ministry of Finance. Let me look over here. Yeah, there it is. Let's see if this one dies. Why don't I drop a satellite there first? Yeah. And then go through that gate. Might be red over there. Let's go see. Should see if the Telati are happy here. And I'll go through that gate as well. Oh, wrong gate, silly. Oh, right gate. It's Thurik's demise. Not that gate, silly. This one. Then, of course, we lost focus doing that. So those two behemoths got built. They belong to Roxanne. All right, what's going on here? There you go. go see what Fleet 1 is doing. Fleet 2 is over Frontier Edge, way down in Frontier Edge. Opposite corner of the galaxy. Alright. So you got lots of ore out here. And if I look in the encyclopedia, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the 4, ore, no silicon, methane, hydrogen, and helium. Not a lot, but it's kind of. Get these scouts busy. There's a lot of turf over here that has not been. Don't need scout plate green. So let's get this guy to safety. No, let's remove that order and get this explored, because he did not explore it very well. I'm looking for gates I haven't explored. Like that one right there. That one's inactive. I'm going to take a look at a map real quick, an offline map. No, not that site. Yeah, so no, not there, not there. Where does that come from? CEO's doubt. And Cardinal's domain. Right there. I want him to go there. If he can survive the trip. We'll go see if the Talati have claimed those sectors yet. So how is Destroyer Fleet 1 doing? Let me teleport out there so we can watch the battle.
Entering system. Family ticker.
Alright. It looks like just an ordinary solar energy plant. But if you look at the overlay from up top, get down in here and look. If you take this piece and this piece, they do have solar panels on there. But if you take out these solar panels and then connect this here, it's a defense station. Same thing. Except this one has solar panels. And what it does not have is the central hub piece, and that's why it did not get named as an administrative center. Or they don't have their admin center here. And that's why it's not named as a defense station. It's got the same capability as a defense station, and their solar energy plants do have turrets. So why he had to go there, I don't know, because those drones will chew him up. So I am going to jump to him, because he's exactly where he shouldn't be. So boost your butt out of here. Here I am taking command of a capital ship. See on the bottom radar there, you can see that massive swarm of red coming out there. That is this ship's fault. Because it went in to attack the station with its beachy little turrets. 30 million credits, and he flies right up to a Xenon station. Alright, so let's do an F9. Because this thing pulled out 150 drones from that station. That is most disheartening. So one drone, no problem. One ant, no problem. 150 ants biting you is a problem. So we're back at headquarters. Let's go here. That's disheartening because this fleet has taken out several defense stations and should have known better. So I'm going to tell this guy.
I was asked to drop my cargo.
Why is he telling me that? His standing orders are to flee. He already knows that. And then it's not one thing, it's another in this game. Let's go over here. So that's why. Let's leave that up. Oh, because it's in the void. That's what I wanted to know where it was. Alright, so this fleet. I'm up to about the end of the session, and I think that's what I'm going to do is call it an end of the session. Because I do have to go to work. I have to get some work done today. So I'm going to say thank you to everybody that showed up. I'm going to do a hard save here. And it's going to be save number 1. Thank you to everybody that showed up today. I'm Saganoid. Fly safe.